Okay. Okay, this is currently a test. We are having some audio difficulties right now, so this is a test. I'll make sure the quality of the audio is the best it can be to provide a great stream for you here today. Okay, it's working. Is it okay? Uh, it's a little choppy, but it's better than nothing. Wait, we're good. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen, but we are glad to have you here at the Investment Center for the KASSAA Championship hockey game between the Holy Cross Saints and the Sydenham Golden Eagles. I'm Josh Miles, joined alongside Evan Typer. Evan, what do you think the energy's been like so far already? Yeah, Josh, the energy has been amazing here. Even before the game started, we had lots of chants and noise from the home Sydenham crowd here. Obviously, not a neutral location in Vista, but the fans are highly packed and both crowds really showing out here early in this game. Indeed, and we have Sydenham on the rush, drops it back, makes a nice drop pass, the shot, and saved by the Holy Cross goaltender. But driving along the half wall the other way is Holy Cross. Now on the far side boards, told him the neutral zone to jump back in. As the stretch pass is connected by Sydenham. And now we'll see Holy Cross take back the other way. Bumps off the puck by Sydenham. Sydenham trying to get it back, but Holy Cross regains possession. They throw it up along the glass. Now taking their time with it. As the puck stumped in deep, down below the goal line. Looking for options. Sharp angle shot from the goal line attempted by Holy Cross, but nice save there from the goaltender. Shot blocked by the Eagles. And coming back the other way, Drake Thomas. Now, Holy Cross heading back the other way. It's Nolan Brown with it. Brown in the corner, looking for a teammate. Up to the point. Loads up, shoots. Stopped by the goaltender of Goodman. Face off one by the Eagles. And they control it behind their own net. Looking to make a pass, but that one deflects off the stick of a Holy Cross player. So they are able to get the puck in. Immediately thrown out by Holy Cross. Asked to tag up. There are the Eagles, but they get on side and they go after the puck. Well, Vietnam keeps it into the zone. They throw a shot on goal, and it's a routine stop there from the goaltender of the Saints. Up along the wall, just to throw an opposite corner dump in. However, it's repelled by Sydenham. Sydenham looking to control the puck and send it back the other way. Gets to chip it forward, but Weekly does so right to a Saints player. Now Holy Cross through the neutral zone, dumps it in, and they'll head off for a line change. Puck exits the zone, and it's going to be brought back in. Sydenham holds the line. Eventually, Holy Cross does manage to throw it back in, and now Eagles will control it behind the net. Puck thrown around, stopped by Holy Cross at the line, stopped on the net, and once saved by the Eagles goaltender. Face off one there by the Eagles. However, Holy Cross does get possession of it after a battle. Now Sydenham, with possession, tries to send that one forward for Pipe, but unable to do so. Center on the boards by Brown. Controlled by Holy Cross. Shot on goal. Rebound pops out into the slot. Unable to control it and tries the saucer feed there was Pipe, but it got denied. And a collision along the far side board. And multiplication between the Shane and the Holy Cross player. However, it's broken up quickly. And we have 5:08 left to go here in the first period. Playing 12-minute periods here at the center. We'll have a first period, a second period, then an intermission before see a face-off just outside the Holy Cross zone. Puck brought in there on the side by Sydenham. Shot ripped, glove down, and that's held by the goaltender of Holy Cross. In goal for the Eagles is Zach Otenhoff. Puck thrown all the way down the other end of the ice, and icing call. What's high energy teams in the game? And the faceoff is won directly right back to the Holy Cross goaltender. Covers up and goal reviews the draw. And that one pops right back out there to Evan Blair, who is the goaltender for the Saints. Face off to the right of Blair. Attempted the face-off deke there was a Sydenham player. Shot absorbed by a Holy Cross defenseman. Holy Cross gets possession of it behind their own net, and they look to break out. Knocked down there by Austin Otenhoff, a forward for Holy Cross. And now we see it picked up by Brown. Sydenham chips it out to neutral ice, and now Holy Cross will take possession of it in their own zone. Pops it forward, and here comes Holy Cross. Nolan Brown dumps that one in. Fox and Brown battling for it in the corner with Hingley. That one rings around the glass, and that'll go all the way back down to the other end, but not enough for icing. Brown on the near side. Pops out to Fox. Fox taking his time with it. Drops it back. Thrown out to the neutral zone. That'll be taken by Kennedy. Kennedy stripped of it by a Holy Cross player, but it goes right back to his defensive teammate. Dumped in there by Hingley, and that's the normal chase. Holy Cross gets possession, bring it up and neutral ice, chipped forward there. Shot, goal! Yeah, Evan, what a goal, wouldn't you say so? Hey, goal and Holy Cross has looked like the better team all game, I think. Obviously, the Holy Cross is looking to everybody into the That goal scored from Hunter Upwell and assisted by Hunter Reach. Now see him battle along the boards. Shot thrown on that, glove down by Oatenhall. 2:30 left to go in the first period. All right. They face off to the left of Oatenhall. Face off one there by Holy Cross. Shot from the point blocked by Sydenham. They chip it up into neutral ice, and speeding along for it is Sydenham. Ends up doing a face plant on the ice as he tries to turn on the jets to get to that one. Sydenham controlling onside. Had to tag up for a second, but able to do so. Holy Cross coming back the other way quickly with speed. Pushed away onto the wall. Shot thrown on. Easy save by Oatenhall. There's Holy Cross. Shot. And two consecutive shots that missed the goal there by Caleb Doyle. I'm trying to bring it off the ice was Thomas, but unable to do so. And Holy Cross chips it back down the other way. Now, Sydenham with it. Unable to find the teammate to pass to, and the puck is stripped. Sharp angle shot, looking prideful. That one stopped by Oatenhall. Sydenham flips one high up into neutral ice. Still there by Holy Cross. Cross looking to make a quick turnaround, but taken away by Sydenham. Clock 4 on the near side boards. He chips forward, and here's Rowat. Rowat down in the corner in the Holy Cross zone. Throws it back out to the point. Shot, and that one wide of the net. Holy Cross within their own end. Last minute to play here in the first. Holy Cross trying to clear now. Unable to do so. Here's Sydenham. Had an opportunity there, but couldn't capitalize. Throws it up to the point there. Let's get around. 2-on-1 opportunity here for Holy Cross. Tries to pass. Broken up by the Sydenham defender. Turned over though. Shot. Score! That one's goal scored by Austin Oatenhall. Of a bad turnover by the Sydenham defense. Austin Oatenhall puts that one home. That's right. The first Sydenham was able to that one. Only a few seconds left in the first, and Sydenham would have liked to take that field at a one-nothing disadvantage. Exactly. Tough goal to give up there. Got thrown behind the net. Quick pass. A four-checking player. Here's Sydenham. Come back the other way. Potential 2-on-1 opportunity if they hurry. Passes. Tries to center, unable to do so, and crashing into the net. It's a Holy Cross player. And that is office moorings, and they'll have to reset. Yeah, Evan, Holy Cross coming in as the underdogs record-wise in this game. However, I would say that they've played a pretty complete game so far. Man, Holy Cross was just off to chip that one out. To kill the rest of the time in the period. We'll head off for a brief break. No intermission between the first and second for KASSAA championship game. Just a quick talk at the bench. Now, Evan, what do you think the Sydenham coaches are telling the boys over there? I mean, they need to get the heads in the game, guys. They've outpaced the war first period. They're coming in to doing some some plays that they're too comfortable. They thought that they were able to take the chin easily, and that's not the case. And the doctor said Sydenham isn't in these games a lot, so we're really going to want to make sure that we shoot things up in the second and third and take advantage of being here in the first place. But I don't know how they can play from the goaltender. It could easily be a 3 or 4 to the deficit, just not for his play. I think he's just relatively sharp in the first. Indeed. Oh, Haas made some big stops when he needed to. Unfortunately, I would say some unfortunate turnovers there, and great again. Always a difficult job, but do what you can. Now, we'll see both sides with here. We'll see Evan Blair head over to the left net, and Zach Otenhoff will head over to that right net. Holy Cross takes possession of the opening faceoff, and they dump that one into. Now here's Matt McShane. Tries to send that one out. Holy Cross gets possession of it, and they dump that one right back in. Sydenham catches that one along the half wall, and they send that one forward. Deflecting off the stick, no ice. Shift forward again there by Sydenham. I would like to see Sydenham trying to complete a couple more passes. They've been pretty relatively well defended there by Holy Cross, but I'm seeing a lot of chip plays, and they're just trying to chip it forward and hoping a teammate gets there. You'd want to see some more tape-to-tape action going on there, wouldn't you say so, Evan? Yeah, for sure. I mean, if they complete all of the passes, I think we're looking at a tied game here. So I got my deduction series for jumping in at the blue line and hoping the F1 can get into the zone and get to the puck first. But it's even organized, and it's if they're trying to do that from their own blue line. So you have to see them setting up for some of those passes. Yeah, like to take up all the space on the ice that you can, and make sure you spread out. There's been a lot of times when they've just simply chipped it forward from neutral ice to neutral ice, and you'd rather see complete passes there. Now here's a race for the loose puck. No icing, however, Holy Cross does win the foot race there. Holy Cross will kind of take it back up the other way along the half wall. Throws a shot on. That one misses Denmark. And here might be a break. Oh, but a great defensive effort there from goal scorer Austin Otenhoff. Otenhoff able to get a stick on that play and break up what could have been a dangerous breakaway opportunity for Sydenham. Unable to keep it inside the zone, Sydenham must tag up now. And for a little bit of a line change there, Sydenham goes. Thomas trying to put on some 4-second pressure, but Holy Cross managed to get it down the other way and dump it in. Holy Cross has been great at beating Sydenham to the puck on the dump ins, which is leading to some offensive success. Oh, and a nice kick save there by Zach Otenhoff. The Holy Cross player had him moving one way, and he shot the other. However, he's still able to fix the pad out there and make the toe stop. And again, another great stop there from Evan Blair. Blair with a nice glove stop from the slot shot there. Holy Cross chips that one forward. Oh, Sydenham gets possession of it. Pocket picked. However, regains possession. And here's Gara. Lost that one to Holy Cross. Almost lost balance there behind the net. The Holy Cross player. Also another goal scorer, Hunter Uppel. And here's Sydenham driving into the zone again. Down into the corner there. Behind the net now. Fighting for a long half wall. That one sent up, but misses the target, and that'll be ice. And I like my thought on the 88 back there that put them on the last play. They're struggling offensively pretty much. I like to see them getting results, taking good shot. They're looking for a rebound only, but everything works, but at least that generates offensive pressure, and you're going to feel more confident in offensive game. I like to see that there consistently. Indeed. Sydenham with the shot from the point. That one's blocked. However, they are able to dump it back in, but force the tag up. Unfortunately, offside, but could have been a good break for Sydenham there had it worked out. Coming back down the other way, however, is Holy Cross. Down in the corner and sends that one back up for the point. Return to sender pass. However, it's broken up and they simply jump that one back in. Everyone tags up and they'll begin the forecheck play. Pass misses the mark for Sydenham, however. It is absorbed by Morrison. Here comes Otenhoff. Austin Otenhoff with a laser shot missing the net. Sydenham trying to break it here. Here's Pipe. Pipe looking for options. Throws a weak shot on goal. That one misses the target. Most likely an intended pass or looking for a tip shot. Steve Sager putting on some forechecking pressure. And puck turned over. And here's Craig. Craig turns that one over in the corner. And now along the near boards, it's chipped out to the other side, back into the Holy Cross zone. They clear that one out. However, it will be icing. Score is still 3-0 here at Exhibition Center for the KASSAA Boys Championship game. And face-off one there by Sydenham. Sydenham throws it around the boards, throwing it in the near side corner. Back up to the point. Shot from the point. Takes a deflection, but it is read well by Blair, and he snuffs that one. Plays one there, they'll have a redraw. Craig in the face-off circle for the Golden Eagles. At the point again, tries to throw the shot on. There was Evan Hole. However, his shot was blocked by a Holy Cross player, and Holy Cross has possession of it now. They dump that one in. Pursuing there is Murphy, and he's got some assistance there from Dowling. Sends it up to the point. The shot blocked by Sydenham. Now trying to streak back the other way. Sydenham trying to cut into the middle. Drop back. The shot. Blocker stop there by Blair. Thomas with a nice opportunity there. Good opportunity, but could not beat the goaltender. Now we have a delayed penalty on the play. And we will see Holy Cross head to the power play. Appears to still be 5 Sydenham players on the ice currently, despite Sydenham picking up the penalty. However, it also appears that there's a Holy Cross player in the box as well, so we might be seeing coincidental penalty action, which appears it'll be coincidental penalty action. So we will remain 5-on-5. Puck drop there. And that one into the near side corner. Evades the check. Fox. Shot ripped from the point. Pad stop there from Otenhoff. Here's Fox with it again. Turns that one over. Now Sydenham trying to go back the other way, but stripped of it by Holy Cross. Sydenham regains possession And they'll attempt to go back the other way. Here's Gara. Gara battles for it along the verge. Pots out to the slot. Hesitates, doesn't shoot there. Would have liked to see the puck come off the stick a little quicker than that. Now Holy Cross goes back the other way. Taken down there, no call in the play. So, Holy Cross, time to break in. Currently offside, however, so they'll have to wait. Shot on by Holy Cross over a nice stop there by Off. Get the glove side shoulder on. Oh, and a nice deke there from Fox. That shot is deflected and caught by Off. Sydenham attempting to break out now. Kennedy fighting for it along the board. Holy Cross with it now, however. They send that one around the boards. Holy Cross playing a good offensive. They have good offensive structure right now. They've been putting a forechecking pressure onto the Eagles here. Sydenham completes a nice pass. Here's Thompson driving in. Tries to drop it back. No one there. Battles for it. And penalty called against Sydenham. That'll be 2 minutes for splashing. And so we will see Holy Cross head to the power play. After being stripped of the puck, a little bit of anger came out there with the stick slash, and that'll get them 2 minutes in the sin bin. Let's see Dowling take the draw for Holy Cross as they look to kickstart the power play. Dowling wins that faceoff back and it's sent to the point. They'll look to set up here. Attempt to clear is Sydenham, unable to do so. Here's the zone. Holy Cross forced to tag up. They'll have to reset up their play. Nice toe drag maneuver to break into the zone. Holy Cross with possession of it. Murphy looks for options. He finds his defenseman, Jaden Leach. Two Leaches on the team, Hunter Leach and Jaden Leach there for the Saints. Battle behind the net. Pass sent out to Murphy. There's Murphy with it. Sends pass back to Leach. Leach on the point. Surveying. Special pass. Turns it over. And could be a break here. Here's Thomas. Thomas, short-handed breakaway. Bumped by Blair. Attempted to sneak a backhand Feifel, but Blair says no. Holy Cross setting up. Shot on. And that one stuffed by Oakhawk. Nice short-handed attempt there from Drake Thomas. And a good breakaway move. Unfortunately, just a little bit better was Evan Blair, who shuts the door on that one. Now, Holy Cross wins the face-off to continue this power play. Fans on the shot from the point, and they send that one behind the net. Pops out into the blue paint, or unable to control it. Puck flipped up over the blue paint. However, it is cleared. Sydenham player just about ready to get back on the ice here. As Holy Cross breaks in. That one sent the length of the ice by Sydenham again. And a nice race for it from Roat. Roat with the puck short-handed. down in the corner. And we're all back to even strength. Holy Cross sends that one up to the point. Wide open man, shot on. Right into the logo of Oatenhoff. Evans down by 2 goals. What does a big penalty kill like that do for the motivation on the team there?
I mean, obviously, not like together that first not nothing, but when you're people up to do so if we get like back, it would be massive. Nothing deficit and the 2-1 deficit is huge there. With only 1 period left in the second.
Indeed. And lost the stick, his Sydenham player, but still making the play there was Craig. Craig blocks an important shot and gets some cheers from his fans there in the crowd. Kicks down into the corner by Sydenham as they pursue the puck in the near side corner. Has to hustle back here is Hingley as he's pursued by 2 Saints. That puck jumps in there by Holy Cross, and no one can get there. Sydenham will break back out. Turnover. Blocker stop. Bobbled it a little bit. Looks a little scary, but Oatenhoff gets the job done. Oatenhoff will come out and play it behind the stage. He's Sydenham. Break in now. D. Denied. Now battle for it by the Sydenham bench. Remember, we are in period 2, so it's the long change period. 22.6 seconds left to go here. And face off 1 there by Sydenham. Have 20 seconds to make something happen. Here comes Thompson. Thompson and pipe. And that one, oh, just so close. Took an awkward deflection off the end board and popped out right in front of the net. Plays with dead first. Offside. The Braden Thompson kicks out of the face-off circle, and that'll do it. And with that, we'll head to our intermission, where we'll have a Zamboni freshen up the ice. It is 2-0 after 2. 2 in favor of Holy Cross, and none for Sydenham. Evan, what have you thought of the first 2 periods here so far?
I mean, I thought both teams played well. Really shots. Obviously, to close the pace more, like sometimes really good job out getting the doors behind before the job defense, and that was also just obviously on the passes and good as efficient as they would have hoped. But I think there's still a lot of good. It's not in the series. There's something there that didn't get good on there, and there's a good. Looking for the social play. I can say the job is better team than that. Even the better than whatnot. Obviously, always think you can do the straighten up and work on, but I think the odds and effective players was them. Now the good, but we can get some offense. And playing this still as if they were up in the game, out of the game, they're down to. So that wasn't a bad offense, but it should have been better for them. And I think for the ultimately, it doesn't matter unless there's a two in the book, right?
Indeed, and just on the penalty kill there, big PK to keep the game at 2-0. 2-0, and we saw a shorthanded breakaway chance there that was stopped by Blair. Drake Thomas with some excellent skating work to pressure up at the blue line and break it down the other way. And I like the idea to try and tuck it 5-4 on this angle and force Blair just a little bit better on that.
Yeah, for sure, good idea. And obviously, on the competitive game time there, you're not going for offensive chances, but if the opportunity presents itself, I think it's amazing to go for it. And that's like even good leadership, right? If the game starts going your way, I want to see a specific player try to elevate the game, take it into the hands, go out there and get the team a goal, and give the whole team some confidence and momentum to get them back into the game.
Indeed. And as the ceremony goes, we will see you in a couple minutes as we prepare to start the third after the Zamboni is gone. All right. Welcome back, everyone. We are just about ready to get started with the third period. The third period is a 15-minute period. 15-minute third period. And Sidnum, coming into this game favored, is down 2-0. Evan, what do you expect to see here from Sidnum in the third?
They don't do that, then they don't have a good chance of mounting a comeback here in this third.
The shot thrown wide of the net by Sidnum. That one picked up by Thomas, who throws a shot on goal, and it's stopped by Blair. And as we bathe in the glory of our shoutout from the in-arena announcer for our live streaming capabilities up here, we are happy to provide the live stream for everyone who cannot attend in person. It's a lot of fun for us, and we hope it's a lot of fun for you. Shot thrown wide of the net and picked up by Thomas. Sitting with some good offensive pressure here, and Holy Cross clears the zone. Holy Cross wants to break in, but they're offside, so they'll have to dump it in instead. And now Holy Cross trying to break in, but they're stripped of the puck. Sidnum going back the other way. They cross the blue line here and taken behind the net. Tries to center it, but that one's picked off by the Holy Cross defense. And they come back the other way. Here's Holy Cross with speed. And Morrison goes a shot on. Now it's beloved by Otenhoff. The face off to the right of Otenhoff. Won by Holy Cross. Shot from the point. That one deflecting, bouncing in front of the crease, and picked up by Holy Cross. It tries to center it, but Otenhoff wisely blocks that pass with the paddle of the stick. Sidnum cutting back in. They jump it to the far corner. And there's an object now on the ice. Which should be a guard of some sort. Now, Holy Cross in the offensive zone now. Behind the net. Far side corner now. Jumps it back. Picked up there. From the point. Tries to find a team member in the slot. Hunter Leach unable to hold on to that one. And Slave Blown dead as the net comes off. Now, unfortunately here, the nets are not bolted into the ice like they are at the more higher level venue. So we do have the nets coming off with it quite frequently. And here's Holy Cross with another sharp angle shot, and that one going off the outside of the net. Now, Holy Cross with some great offensive pressure here as they've kept Sydenham in the zone for a long time. And now Sydenham tries to break out with a stretch pass. However, Holy Cross picks that one off, and they cut back the other way. Pass just out of reach there for Billow. Now jamming at it in the crease is Holy Cross and Billow with it. Sends it back. Shot deflects off the stick, and that one's into the netting. Play is blown dead. 12:07 left to go here in the third period. Sydenham still down 2-0. Face off will be to the left side of Oakmont. Face off one by Sinum, but they will ice the puck.
Practice six there. They're going to want to see extra minutes there. Finally, it's good and work out a way to get back into this.
Face off to the left of Oakmont again. One by Sinum. Now let's see. Thomas break it in. However, he gets the puck stripped away, and Holy Cross will send it back the other way. And it's all icing on that one as they're playing no touch icing, not hybrid icing, so there won't even be a base for the hash marks. It's just going to be icing, unless there's a very, very, very large separation between players. And we will see Sydenham head to a power play as a Holy Cross player has entered the bin bin. My guess, Evan, would probably be for unsportsmanlike conduct in relations to the icing calls. And that puck is sent the length of the ice. Now we'll see Sydenham look to set up here on the power play, but first they're going to have to break it in. Here's Sydenham. The penalty is for cross-checking. Against Leach. And here's a short-handed breakaway for Holy Cross. Just wild enough. Delay penalty on the play. Oh, we will. And great pressure there from Austin Oakenhoff of the Saints. So break in on that short-handed breakaway and then draw the stripping penalty. Well, we should see some 4-on-4 action here. We will indeed see some 4-on-4 action here. And Evan, unfortunately, Sydenham did have a power play opportunity here, which could have been big for them to get on the scoreboard here. And it's squandered when they give up that short-handed breakaway opportunity leading to that penalty. What do you think that does?
I mean, it's question, right? 10 minutes after the game, you're down two. Power play is going to be one of your best opportunities to get a goal on the board. So I would like to see what the power play looks like. And why did they really get the opportunity? And in moments, we can see what the Holy Cross power play looks like. So obviously, would have been fun to see some 5-on-4 in favor of Sydney.
Indeed. Now, Sydenham having a little bit of puck control issues here in their own end, trying to break out. Finally break into the offensive zone. That one's going back to the point. Tries to throw that one towards the net. And almost leads to another breakaway opportunity for Holy Cross. However, it is well defended. Here comes Holy Cross with speed along the far side boards. Almost picked off there. Oakenhoff with a nice stop along the near side boards in the corner. Now Holy Cross on the power play now as their player exits the box. See a collision there by the Sydenham bench. The Sydenham player goes tumbling. Stick lost out of the hands of number 10. No call. The fans wanted a call there for Sydenham, and Holy Cross to come back the other way. That one sent the length of the ice by the Eagles. Here's the Saints. They try something on forward, and it is dumped once more by the Eagles. Holy Cross struggling to get into the offensive zone on this power play here. However, as I say that, here they come with a rush champ. However, it's broken up. We'll see if they can set up here with the last remaining seconds on the power play. Sydenham managed to pick it off. And they attempt to clear the zone. Battling for it in the far side corner. Holy Cross making some passing plays. Throws that one on net. Pad saved by Otenhoff. Holy Cross controlling it still. The shot, glove stop by Otenhoff. And that one splashed down the length of the ice, finally, by the Eagles, as they get a much-needed line change. Now let's see Holy Cross coming back the other way. He's 15. And short-handed opportunity and unable to capitalize as couldn't get control of the puck. Now, here comes Sager. Sager attempts to stop it. Fans on it. And we're back to even strength now as the player loses the ball. Delay penalty on the play against Holy Cross. And whistle blown. So we will get to see Sydenham head back to the power play. As we see Max Hepburn head to the box.
Yeah, something happened. Down by two, it's a bit left on the slot. Would you want to see the finish? Let me get the 6 on 4.
With 6 minutes and 43 seconds left, I would say no, because on the last power play, they ended up giving up a pretty big short-handed opportunity to their opposition. And so I think if they showed some more control, then it would be an option. But right now, as the coach, you have to keep in mind the short-handed opportunities that are being given up. And the penalty against Hepburn will be on interference. Chipped along the glass by Holy Cross. Now Sydenham will attempt to break in on the power play. They do so. Toe drag move there by D. Holy Cross will dump it. That one stopped there by Otenhoff, who leaves it for a teammate. Nick Thomas looking to break in. He dumps that one deep. Al Sydenham with a chance. Shoots off the outside of the netting. Turnover, shot, glove stop there by Blair. A little bit of part of the crowd thought that one went in, but went off the outside of the netting, deflected off the end boards, and popped back out for a dangerous attempt after a failed clearance attempt by the Saints directly to a low spot shot for Sydenham. And if you're Sydenham, you've got to capitalize on those mistakes. Yeah, nice toe drag move by D. Nice passing setup into the blue paint, pushing at it. And ref waves a no goal. A little bit of frustration there from some of the Eagles players. They were jamming at the puck there, trying to push it in. However, not quite sure why the no goal call. It could be many things. It could be because the net came off. It could be goal interference. Or it could be that someone kicked it in. really hard to tell from here. My guess would be because the net came off. Center on 2 points. Shot from the point. That one knocked down there by Blair. Back to the point. Throws it around. The shot. That one missed the target. And pops back out to D. D on the point. Making some nice passes. Opportunities. And they score. Power play goal for the Eagles. Now that is Mason Norgard. And Norgard with a catch and release shot off of a nice pass from Seaman there. And I thought Blair got that one, but it did end up trickling in. Nice attempt from Blair there to get all the way to the other side of the net, and I do believe he got a large portion of that, just not enough to keep it out. Regardless, the score is now 2-1 in favor of the Saints. Evan, what do you think a power play goal like that does for the team? In the red house, able to translate a lot. Able to get down into close to the net, look consecutive opportunities, and I think they did a good job on that. But with that in mind, 4 minutes, 25 seconds to put nothing on the board, and put in line and make a power play, and only power play, the only point that's scored is their back. Want to try to get a 5-on-5 over there. Yeah, and the assists there coming from number 18, Evan Hole, and number 9, number 9, Colton Santigero. And yeah, Evan, I would like to say Sydenham's best passing there was on that power play as they made several take connections there, which is super important. And I'd like to see them make a couple more 2-on-1 opportunities here for the Eagles. Tries to make the pass, throws that one, stop there by Blair, doing the split to stretch it to stop that one. And the net does come off, but the puck would not have gone into the net had it stayed on. In that opportunity there, I would have liked to see a shot there, in my opinion, instead of a forced cross crease attempt. I think it was well defended. Shot block the whole cross. That one stays in the zone, and it's in the near side corner. They're now putting on some forechecking pressure. Kennedy dumps that one back in. And the near side corner, fanning on it is Holy Cross, and now Sydenham gets possession. That one pops up to Kennedy. Kennedy throws a shot on, deflecting. Backhand, pushes it towards the net, and Blair makes the save. He was pretty person. They both like to actually get a second one time. I think if you on that 2-on-1, I would have liked to see a shot. You have an open through the way, you have positive self defensive there. Holy Cross, indeed. And there's Kennedy with another shot that was just missing wide. Play broken up there on the defense of Sydenham and broken back in by Thompson. That one ringed around the board. Jumping up in the play is Sydenham's defenseman. Trying to pinch along the boards there. Thompson. Let's go find Norgard. Norgard dunks that one in. As Holy Cross will ring that one around and out of the zone. Three minutes left to go here in the third. And the near side corner. Nice pass there. Shot and just misses the net. Now come back the other way is Pike. Pike crosses the blue line. Fighting for it. And that one pops out to Holy Cross. Holy Cross come back the other way. They have an opportunity here. shot. That one fired and misses way wide and pops out all the way back to the blue line. Here comes Sydenham the other way. Shot. Oh! Hudson Groenewegen with the game-tying goal with 2:05 left in the game. And Evans, that's what happens when you put pucks on net. And he's Groenewegen with a big-time goal for his squad. And I like that. I like that shot. Get the body moving one way and shoot the other. Makes it hard for the goalie to read when the goalie has to move it inside. It will take time. Here comes Sydenham again. Hudson Groenewegen unassisted on that one. Sydenham with possession in their own zone. There's Kennedy with it. Kennedy cutting in the near side corner. Pinned up along the boards. Tries to send that one around, but Holy Cross picks it off and they come back the other way. Dangerous opportunity here for Holy Cross. The shot blocked. Another shot and another block. Last minute to play here in the third. We are all tied up at 2. Shot deflects off a Sydenham defense 6 and into the netting. Jaden Leach with the dangerous block shot there. Good block.
That's the county really getting into
Less than a minute left.
2-2. It is 2-1, 2-2. What a game this is shaping up to be.
Indeed. Now we will see a timeout. And just echoing what our in-arena announcer is saying, we do have our girls finals tomorrow, also here at the Invista Center, if you can make it. But if you can't, that's why we're here, because we're streaming those games as well. You'll be able to catch us here on the KASSAA Sports YouTube channel again. And that'll be at 1:30 and 3:30. That'll be the girls' constellation finals and the girls' finals. Face-off here will be to the left of Otenhoff. That's won by Holy Cross. From the point, they send a shot, and that one's a nice, easy pad stop by Otenhoff. Digging for it along the near side wall, and that shot sent wide from the point. Holy Cross with possession out of the offensive zone. They have it in neutral territory, and they'll dump that one in right onto Otenhoff. 2-1. 18.8 seconds left to go here. And Evan, we might see overtime here. What do you think?
Yeah, certainly. I thought this game was 18 seconds left. But I feel like you have to feel that second have the advantage for this overtime.
Indeed. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what our KASSAA policy is. I believe from previous years it's 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. And a big stop by Owenhoff. A dangerous opportunity for Holy Cross in front of the net. But Owenhoff going spread eagle to make the save. with 4.3 seconds left to go. Had that gone in, that would have been disastrous for Sydenham. What a stop by Oatham. Now Sydenham will chip that one down the length of the ice, and we will head to overtime. All tied up here 2-2 at the end of regulation. And this game will require overtime. And Evan, for a game as big as this, how do we feel about overtime?
I mean, earlier that's like what we talked with communication is that after the speed, they're going to kind of going back. First, there isn't any other way. You have to see it go down in overtime. It's the smartest of motions, and really feel like the team that's the best team is going to be the team who wins.
And we'll look for that golden goal to see who can secure KASSAA gold.
Like I said, Josh, I feel like I was slightly favorite Finland, but Gordy don't want to say better because each one that's having two, but he's supposed to be more sharp and his face more sharp. So definitely more positive and more effort to the shit can just start off the other.
And it is 3-on-3 overtime here at the boys KASSAA hockey finals. And possession will be taken by, we're not sure who yet, as it's all the way to the Sydenham end, and they're still fighting for it, but Sydenham will start with possession here in overtime, almost turning the puck over, as Holy Cross is putting on a lot of pressure. Here comes Sydenham looking to break off ice. He'll throw at will turn tail, and now with speed, breaks up. And obviously in overtime, puck possession is your number one friend. The longer you possess the puck, the longer you tire out the opposing players. However, you want to have that in the O zone. If you control the puck and just hang out in your D zone, it leaves their players free to change. You want to put on some offensive pressure while not letting your opposition change. That's a big key to overtime. Dangerous opportunity may present itself here for Holy Cross. Finds the pass, fast around. Oh, and here comes Finna back the other way. Here's Thomas with speed. The shot. That one misses just wide. Holy Cross with some dangerous passing play opportunities as they look to set up a one-timer to seal the deal. Just couldn't pull the trigger. And shift forward there. Here comes Austin Otenloff with the shot. Saved by the goaltender Otenloff. Sitting with possession, 2-on-1 opportunity here if they hurry. A great shot. Fans on it. Here comes back the other way. Holy Cross with a potential 2-on-1 developing if they can hurry. However, hustling back there was Pipe. However, it was thanks to the great defensive efforts of Hingley to break out that play. And now Sydenham has possession. Here's Pipe. Pipe with it. Dangling in towards the net. Backhand. And the play whistled down as the referee lost sight of it. But that was a very loose puck. And the Saints catch a break there, as that puck was most definitely loose on the left side of Blair. And face off one by Holy Cross. As they cut cut off the ice. Here's Hannah. Hannah stopped wide. No, with a big time save there. Stretching out. Oh, it's off. What's that one? Shoots just wide of the net. Here's Hannah with it. Fine. Finds Brown. Brown in the corner. Chips that one out to the other side. Finds Allen. Allen sends all the way in and right onto Otenhoff, who will hold. As we are now already 3 minutes into the extra frame. And trying to rush for it. Here could be a break for Thomas, but Holy Cross recovers. Here's Austin Otenhoff. Sets that one back for Leach. Here's Leach. Loading up. The pass, and that one tipped wide of the net there by number 8. Turned over. Here comes Fox. Fox has Altenhoff. Altenhoff's shot is ripped and misses wide. Potential opportunity here. Here's Thomas. Here's Drake Thomas. Shoots. Stop. Boy, Blair. However, great defensive play there to get back was Fox. Fox laying out, extending the stick, and disrupts the shot. Sinham looking to set up, and Holy Cross charging back the other way. End-to-end action here in overtime. In the near side board corners, as that one pops out. Broken stick there for Sinham, and now this is dangerous. Pass into the slot. Shot by Otenhoff. Unfortunately, Garrett Fife Twig betrays him in the corner and leaves Sydenham in a dangerous spot. However, with the whistle blown, they can send them off and get someone with fresh legs and a fresh stick on the ice. And here comes D. D with the puck. Cutting in, makes a move. Dangle, stopped by Blair. And the play is whistled dead. And not 100% sure why the whistle was blown. My guess is because the net came off just a little, so they figured they'd stop it there because we are in overtime and they don't want anything like that influencing the play. That shot denied by Altenhoff. However, dangerous rebound. It is picked up by Holy Cross and taken out of the zone. Hannah dumps that one in, and now Sydenham will control the puck. Here's D with it. D taking his time. Cutting up. That one bounces out. Fought for, but Holy Cross gets possession of it, and they send that one back. Almost too many men. Had the Holy Cross player touched that puck and not let it go down to the end, that would have been a too many men call. Thomas tries to chip it forward. but unable to do so. And here comes the Shane Kennedy finds Thomas. Kennedy fighting for it with Holy Cross player. Next, here's Austin. That clears by Sydenham. No icing on the play. Three and a half minutes left to go here in overtime. Offside called there. Plays one jet. Evan, some entertaining end-to-end action here. Wouldn't you say so? Yeah, what do you think about both goaltenders here?
Playing quite good. They haven't been listening to Josh, but they've been pretty good. Need to be both looking at giving their teams a real shot at winning the game.
Yeah, some absolutely phenomenal goaltending so far and some big breakaway stops from both sides. Here comes Holy Cross with the 3-on-2. Tries to make this off the feet. Gets in towards the net, but Hoff has got that one covered and he scoops up the puck and it takes the whistle. And so we'll see the line of D, Groenewegen, and Black step out for Sydenham. And MacArthur, Murphy, and Hunter Upwell for Holy Cross. Here's Murphy with the shot on. Stopped by Othhoff. MacArthur battling with Rawat on the draw. Rawat has possession of it. And if they hurry, they could have a 3-on-2 here. With a pass just out of the reach of Rawat. What could have been the game-winning tap-in. All right, does not connect. 2.5 minutes here to go in overtime. Now Holy Cross is looking in. MacArthur finds teammate links with it with a shot. That one gloved down and held by Ottenhoff. Ottenhoff certainly getting tested by Holy Cross as Holy Cross is putting a lot of pucks on him. And that one popped out to Craig. Potential breakaway for Craig here. Well defended. Thomas sends that one wide on the backhand. Poke check by the goalie. All play is blown dead again for the net coming off the mooring. Then I'm thinking they were getting a power play there because there was a little bit of what could be pushing there down in the near side corner, but no call. Here's Craig. Craig battling for it with the Holy Cross player in the corner. It's broken out there by Webster. Really sends that one down for Fox to chase. Fox and Craig battle in the far side corner. Where that one sent all the way over to Kennedy. Kennedy taking his time with it. Looks to break up the side. Throws on the Jets here. Takes a shot. Pad stop. Blair. 2-on-1 situation developing here. The pass is blocked by Thomas. Thomas stumbles and falls, however, still influences the play with the extended twig to block the return, doesn't go past to prevent the cast in. Great second effort there from Thomas as Groenewegen and Rouat step out back on. Last minute of play here in overtime. Here comes Rouat. Drops it to Groenewegen. Stripped with the puck by Holycross. Holycross coming back the other way. Pass out of the reach of Leach. There's Brown. Drops it for Leach. Leach tries to find Dowling. Unable to see that one up. 20 seconds to go here before we head to what I believe is a shootout. As there is other bookings on the ice. So, here comes Austin Altenhoff for Holy Cross. The shot blocked. Now, Hannah's shot doesn't go, and that'll do it. That'll be the end of overtime. So, this game will be decided via shootout, which, if you're a hockey fan, can be a little tough to see. The shootouts aren't the ideal way to settle big time games like this. However, we'll get what we get here, and it should be entertaining regardless. Yeah. All right, Evan. As we get set for the shootout here, we will see Holy Cross with the first shot as they send out Austin Altenhoff to face goaltender Zach Altenhoff. Here we go. Altenhoff versus Altenhoff. Shot misses the net. And Altenhoff will head back to the bench. Next up, we will see Mason Norgard. First in up. Here comes Norgard. Norgard in on Blair. No goal. That one finds the way through 5-hole. However, it does deflect off of the paddle of Blair's stick and hits the post and stays out. Now let's see number 11 here. Hunter Uppel. Here comes Uppel in the shootout. Goal! Uppel gets one for his team here in the shootout. Yeah. Here comes Groenewegen. Groenewegen peeks off the post again. Some second shooters denied by the iron. Golden's best friend comes up big again. And now the pressure's on Zach Otenhoff to make the stop here, or else it's all over. Here comes Griffin Fox. Fox shooting. Stopped by Otenhoff. Oh, Tom, flashing the leather and gets a piece of that one, deflecting that one up and towards the glass. Now, all the pressure is on Signum's whole Rouac. Here's Rouac, cutting in, making a move, shooting, score! Rouac buries a big time goal, what might be the biggest goal he'll score here in the shootout to keep his team alive. Now, we'll move on to the extra frames of the shootout. Evan, what do you think about the shootout so far?
I mean, it couldn't be any closer. It could have lost. I mean,
Across. It's denied. Fouling denied by Oakham. And so now, Drake Thomas with the chance to steal the game. Almost slips up, but he gets possession. Thompson in on Blair. Drake Thomas wins it in the shootout. The Sydenham Golden Eagles are yours. Drop the boys hockey champions. Drake Thomas with the golden shootout goal. Evan, what a game we just witnessed. What a game, and what an ending there for Sydenham. And the final score of our game is going to be 3-2 for Sydenham. Sydenham takes the game. Sydenham takes the game 3-2 in the shootout. 3-2 is your final score. Celebration and smiles on one side, disappointment on the other. Holy Cross played an amazing game, however. Holy Cross with some strong game there in the first and second period. Still played well in the third and in overtime. However, that's when the Golden Eagles finally started to pick it up and find their legs. And they came roaring to tie the game up. Two teams went to over 10 minutes of scoreless overtime where both goaltenders made some fabulous saves. And then in the shootout, remember, heading into that third round in the shootout, where it was a must-score situation for Cole Rouac. He managed to bury this shootout tying goal, moving on to the next round. Where Brandon was stopped by Otto, and then Drake Thomas came in and scored the biggest goal of his career. What a game. What an ending. And now the medals are being presented to both squads. Gold for the Golden Eagles and silver for the Saints. If the Holy Cross, you cannot be disappointed in your performance. Holy Cross played an amazing game. Unfortunately, couldn't have played a little bit better there in the end. That one could have been anyone's game, and I think everyone could agree. See the team shake hands here after being given medals. Good overall representation of sportsmanship here. And the the majority Stidham crowd here is definitely going to be pleased with the outcome of this game. As a lot of high energy action here today, and the crowd did not disappoint in their energy levels either. Now, we'll wait as just momentarily the KASSAA trophy will be presented by KASSAA Commissioner Paul. And the MVP chants roll by as Jack Otenhoff passes by the glass where all the fans are behind. And now the captains of the Golden Eagles will come to accept the trophy. And after picking up the trophy, they go straight to the glass to celebrate with the fans. As once more, the Golden Eagles are yours, 126 KASSAA champion. I've been Josh Miles, joined alongside Evan Tyfair, and we hope you have yourself a great night.